All right. Wednesday evening. You know what time it is. It's this man's view.
Oh, yeah.
Get your popcorn. It's going to be a good one. Wednesday night, April 6th. We're cruising right through April, just in case you didn't know it.
Yes, we
And
did.
just in case I neglect to mention that this Sue's View is celebrating a birthday this Sunday. That is also Susan Henderson, who is auditioning for her own show.
And looking for sponsors.
She's looking for sponsors. She's looking for walk-up music. I should have waited for her biggest fan to come on, but we can go over it at the end of the show as we see fit. But Joe Stinger's back from Florida. He took the week off last week. Joey, hope you're feeling better. Brian, welcome as always. I'm going to throw it up to John so you can quickly give us a recap on the March Madness bracket and put that to bed for this year.
Oh, yeah. Yep. We had a very good finish. Shawnee Wynant was the winner. He won it with taking Kansas with a score of 1,270 points. Tony Melvin was second place. ESPN Fan 493 was in third, with tied for second, really, with 1,190 points. Kyle was fourth, and then Bill Mattis was fifth. We got another ESPN fan that they didn't fill out his name. He was there. Jack Broder was finished there, tied with him. Brian Brown.
Hockey Jack
Was up there. He did well. Yeah. He actually, I believe he had Kansas as well, if I'm not mistaken. And then Brian Brown was up there. Another ESPN fan. The people didn't fill out their names. And then Dylan Lorenz, Tyler O'Brien, and Bay Ragney was to finish up the top 12 there. So
nice. That's bragging rights for him and Frank.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Bay smoked Frank. It was.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was. I'm sure Bay's going to like that, and he'll be going on for a while there. So, it was a great finish. Kansas with the big win there, being down 15 at halftime, was it? Or
I fell asleep. I thought the game was over.
Yeah. I mean, it's Kansas, once they put the full court pressure on them, it was a different game, and it was nice. Nice to see Kansas win in that one.
Nice.
So it was a great finish. Like I said, we had 64 players participated, so that was great. It's continuing to grow, so it's always good to see.
Awesome. Well, it was another great March Madness.
Oh yeah.
Our Cats hit another Final Four, and kudos to them. I mean, still a great program.
They got further than people thought they were going to.
Yeah, they did well.
Yep.
They did well. Injuries, they take their toll. But I'm going to throw it over to Anthony. Opening day Friday, right?
Friday, yeah. We had a scrimmage today against Lakewood.
You look cold.
It was cold out there. I had no idea how it went. It looked okay. The video board wasn't on or anything like that, but I know Emily was broadcasting it. So, and today was the first of 3 tart pulls today. So we're getting right back in the thick of things, and we'll have to take it off tomorrow morning, I think, to get the field ready for the next day. But it's good. I mean, we're almost there, and luckily it's only 3 games to start. So God forbid anything's wrong. We have over a week and a half or 2 to figure it out. So we're in good shape right now.
Who do they play?
We play Somerset, which is the Yankees affiliate, for 3 games. So Friday will be a long sleeve T-shirt giveaway. Saturday will be fireworks, and Sunday is an appearance by Zach Hampel, YouTube guy who catches all those baseballs in the outfield. So it should be a nice opening weekend. Then we got a week and a half to kind of get ourselves in all our ducks in a row and get ready for the end of the April, and that's when we start hitting the games pretty heavy.
Will the Reading Phillies also be including in their promotion that it's my mother's birthday on Sunday?
If she is there, there will be an announcement for sure.
Ooh.
Whoa.
There you go.
Is she gonna be throwing out the first pitch?
Absolutely. Without a doubt.
It went well the last time she did, but I don't know if she wants to do it again.
I think she used to like you.
Did she hit the photographer?
No, just her form was spot on.
Yeah, but the picture looked good. You couldn't tell from the picture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Jesse Biddle had fun with that.
Yeah.
He had fun with that. He said, "I may have to incorporate that into my delivery." He goes,
But yeah, everything's almost set. We have I'm trying to think. We don't have like a million new items that like a lot of people have for food. I think we have. What did Scott say? We have some empanadas. If you didn't know, chicken empanadas.
Chicken empanadas.
And then we have
adult slushies.
Adult slushies.
I'm excited for those.
We have a Fiesta dog, which is like a spicy hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's about it. Nothing else crazy. I mean, we try to keep it simple. So it'll be eager to see. I mean, and then if you know anyone that wants to work, we could always use workers too. That's the one thing that's tough for everyone, right? Every team you talk to is very tough to find anyone that wants to work. So
yours truly will be in the store on Friday night. So if you want to stop by and see me, that's where I'll be.
how about Saturday night? What are you doing Saturday night?
Saturday's fireworks. Mm-hmm. Saturday night fireworks. First one of the season.
Very cool.
Friday night will be neat too. You know, it's opening night, so it opens up an extra hour early. There's a cocktail party. The Uptown Band's on the stage, which is a pretty big popular band around here. So it'll be nice. I think it said it's going to be a little bit rainy until like Friday morning, and then it's supposed to clear out, be nice for the rest of the weekend. So we should be in good shape.
Very cool. Lauren, there's a giveaway, I believe, for Friday night. You want to talk about that a little bit?
There is right now on our Carl's Cards Facebook page. If you head over there, you can enter to win 4 tickets to the cocktail party that Anthony just mentioned. That's an exclusive cocktail party just for like sponsors and their VIPs for the Fightins. So we have some tickets to give away for that. And then 4 tickets for Friday night's game in reserved seats. So if you're interested in potentially winning those tickets, head over to the Carl's Cards page now to be entered to win. We are going to announce the winner tomorrow at 4 p.m. And then your name will just be in the will call system for Friday night. So you don't have to worry about, getting to Havertown to pick up the tickets or anything like that. You just go right to the stadium on Friday to grab those. The cocktail party, I think, starts at 4:20 specifically.
Yeah, we'll open up the gates at 4. It's been advertised 4:30 to 5:30, but we'll open up probably at 4:20. Mm-hmm. You'll have a wristband that you'll pick up, and then you can have whatever you want to drink. And it's family friendly too, so kids can come, soda and water and all that sort of stuff. And then as soon as the gates open to go to your seat at 5:30, you'd be able to do that. And the game itself starts at 6:45. So.
And the people coming for the cocktail party, do they get the shirt or how does that work?
Yep. So the first 3,000 people will get the long sleeve shirt. So anyone at the cocktail party would be pretty much guaranteed to get it at that point.
Nice.
Sounds like a good Friday night.
Should be a good night. Hopefully it's warm when the sun goes down. Other than that,
it's not. You got your long T-shirt.
Yeah, I might have a couple on.
There you go.
Turn the heaters up. Hey, speaking of heat, we're giving away an autographed Ron Jaworski 8x10 photo tonight. We'll randomly select somebody from the board that helps us through this 1 hour or so. We've got a guest coming on around the 7 o'clock hour. I like to name him Vegas Vic, but his real name is Vegas Scott.
Where did the Vic come from?
The Daily News years ago.
The odds maker.
Yeah. Used to make the picks and
Daily News bookie.
When illegal betting was a thing.
In the paper.
Yeah.
There was rumor, and I don't know that I ever confirmed it, but that Vegas Vic might have actually been Howard Eskin.
Wow.
Really?
Did you guys ever hear that?
I'd never heard that.
I have heard that, but I never was I never
Interesting.
confirmed
Huh.
it, but that would not surprise me.
Yeah.
Maybe Jerry can help us. Um, oh, he's now Vegas Stott.
Yeah. He got a big head after you guys invited him on, so now he changed his name.
Well, that makes sense because the original Scott's got a pretty big head too. So
Oh, God.
All right, so opening night in Reading, opening day in Philadelphia as well. So let me get this right. It's a 3:00 opener for the Phillies. So you could almost pull a doubleheader and go from Reading from Philly to Reading and catch both games.
You could. Yeah, I mean the game starts at 6:45, so you might be a little bit late, but you can still get there for all the festivities. I mean, it's gonna be a pretty fun night. And then if you can't make that night, we still have Saturday and Sunday with a lot of fun stuff too. But you could, I guess, do both if you wanted.
There you go, Mario.
So, Carl, yes, I think you're right because I'm reading something here. I Googled it, and it said Howard Eskin, and in parentheses it says the original Vegas Vic in the Daily News.
There you go.
I thought I had read that somewhere along the line, but this whole wagering thing has it's a new life to sports.
Yes. Yes.
But where you guys want to go, Lauren? Where you want to open it up with basketball?
sure, it's your show. I'm just along for the ride.
You also you said, Lauren, you wanted to continue our conversation that I ended with the Carson Wentz thing at the end of the show.
Oh boy,
He's been
I mean,
holding on.
that's up to you. I just didn't want you thinking I was ducking it in case you
John, is that why you haven't moved in a week?
Yes.
You didn't want to forget the conversation?
Yeah, because with this weather, I would forget in a blink of an eye. So that's why I stayed here. I even got a Post-it here that I could stick on my head to remind me to do Carson Wentz. So I just didn't want you to think I was forgetting about you before Scott comes on and then the show goes to hell. But
Make sure we got the button ready.
Is he still with Washington?
Well, I think so.
I mean, I personally, I don't know. I feel like maybe I feel a little bit bad for the guy.
Why?
Well, because I feel like he left Philadelphia and everybody, you were either anti-Carson or pro-Carson. And then he goes to the Colts and he does okay. I mean, he doesn't set the world on fire, but he doesn't, also shit the bed.
Well, until the end.
And then, he gets traded from there and goes to Washington. And then that team lights him up and, basically says how bad of a teammate he is and that he kind of sucks in the locker room, which we heard rumblings about here in Philadelphia. Right. But we had nothing to back that up. We had no other team to justify whether that was right or wrong. And now, I mean, I don't know. If that's really the case and he is an asshole of a teammate, then shame on him because all he preaches as an individual is, unity. Teammates and being together and AO1 and, all that stuff. And if behind closed doors, he doesn't practice what he preaches, then, I mean, shame on him.
Right.
Well, isn't that kind of a case of do as I say, not as I do, or trying to put on airs in public, but being something completely different off the field?
Yeah, I also feel bad for all the people that really bought into him and his whole gimmick because that's what it was, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a gimmick. It was, I guess what my question to all of you is, will he go down as the biggest bust of a Philadelphia athlete?
Oh.
No, I think Ben Simmons has that.
Yeah.
I was going to say with Ben Simmons, that'd be hard, but
yeah, maybe for the Eagles.
Yeah,
for all Philly sports, I don't think so.
We've had a couple busts in Philadelphia. Number 1 picks, firefighters drafted number 1. I mean, we've had some bad number 1 picks.
Oh yeah.
But I think the biggest problem here is the fact that what he signed $100 and some $1 million contract and
right.
He had the city believing that he was going to take us to the promised land and after getting lit up by Donald in the end zone, he just never. I don't think he ever got his head back screwed on straight.
Right. And like you said, I mean, he may be because of he has all the talent to be that great of a quarterback, and he just wouldn't accept his other teammates, I guess, or he was just all about himself. And if he would have just brought in the rest of the teammates, the teammates would have rallied around them as well. And he lost a locker room when he was upset about the team won the Super Bowl without him. And you can't be all about yourself when you're especially on a 50-man roster. So
right.
And that's a shame. Because like you said, Carl, he had everything going, and he could have had this city by the.
Well, he did. I mean, he had softball games,
right?
Where the whole city rallied behind him, to fill Citizens Bank Park for his AO1 foundation
and with no alcohol.
And with no alcohol. Good.
They all rallied around them with no alcohol involved.
Right.
That takes a lot for this city.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and hopefully that good thoughts or whatever doesn't get lost because of the way he acted as a player. But maybe they do.
Do you think it was that made him change, or was he like that before?
I think it's hard to say. I don't.
It's going to be an unanswered question.
From an insider, I think it's the money that changed him. Let's just put it that way.
The money, or the fact that he couldn't get us to where we.
No. The money had changed him, and he
changed him personally because we overcame the obstacles of him being around and not being the team. Yes, the team.
We did.
Yes.
Oh, you're talking about that, but did he?
No.
Right.
And that's where I think John is saying, the money ruined him. He never lived up to the expectations. He was, you look at him, and who was the other number one pick from LA to Detroit, both of those guys pretty much out of the same mold. They got real lucrative deals and
Cherikov.
Yeah. I mean, they just don't live up to those expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is he just not that good, or is that all in his head? Because, he has games where he looks very, very, very good, like the Eagles, the whole playoff run till he got hurt. And then, similarly with the Colts, he looked really, really good. And then he blew it at the end. Is it in his head, or is he just not that good?
Well, we're going to find out what kind of player he is when he has to come back to the Link and play the Eagles this year.
Well, that's going to be tough because that organization in general has been an absolute disaster. So for him to win something with them, I mean, I feel like it would be a miracle. I mean, they've been really bad for a really long time. And didn't they just get sued or something again? There was something. they're always in trouble or in the news for something.
Yeah.
Wrong. You got the wrong Snyder running that company.
It seemed though too, Anthony, to answer your question a little bit too, is I think part of it is he thought he was always too good, and he once a coach told him he had to do something differently, he wouldn't listen, and which his ability got him so far, and once he had to adjust and do some corrections, his bad habits fell in there, and he couldn't run as much as when he got injured, so he had to change, and he wasn't willing to do that.
Well, when you think about it, you're coming from North Dakota State, you're told you're the best that they've had, you make the NFL, you're a top pick, you're doing really, really well with the Eagles, and then as soon as something bad happens and you have to adjust, you're probably not used to that because you never dealt with that before. So
exactly, never told you he wasn't good enough, and so
I mean, listen, it'd be great if he can go to Washington and get his mental state whatever it needs to be. If not, then this might be his last chance because he's going through a lot of teams very quickly.
Exactly, I agree.
So all right, what do you think the fan reaction is when he steps back into the Link? That's my question.
I think he's going to get booed. I think. I mean, they're not. I don't think that, when he was still with the team, he would have obviously people would have cheered for him like he had won the championship. But now that you step back, he didn't. I mean, even though he helped them far along, he didn't actually win it for them. So I think he's going to get booed.
And he's not part of the team anymore, so he's not with us. So
Right.
Yeah.
I get that. I'm just curious to see how he's going to handle that.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're going to handle business. Current Eagles draft picks. They got a bunch of them coming up.
Major move. Major move.
They got a whole lot of draft picks. So we should be able to restock the cupboard. My question, talking about quarterbacks, do they take a quarterback this year? Do they draft another QB?
Not unless Pickett drops. I think that trade that they made was setting things up for next year to get. There's supposedly 4 or 5 good quarterbacks coming into the draft next year. 2 or 3 of them that are probably going to be superstars that people are expecting right at the moment. So that's what they're going to be loading up for. And,
all right. Well, we are the quarterback factory here in Philadelphia.
We are.
We got to keep that. If Pickett, and for those who don't know Pickett, the quarterback out of Pittsburgh, he's the hot hand right now, I guess. But I don't think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be around at, what do they draft now?
15.
Yeah. I don't think he's around at 15.
No.
But Howie's got a lot of picks to play with this year. There's a lot of maneuvering.
Yes.
But I like what he did. He split up, the number ones for this year and next year.
Yeah.
So, he's just trying to build off of what's there. I like what he's done in free agency so far. He's added a couple pieces to the defense, So,
yeah.
I'm curious to see.
The offense hasn't changed, but
what's that?
The offense hasn't changed yet, but
not yet.
Not yet. They did get Pascal. They got Pascal as a wide receiver, but it's I don't know how much of an upgrade that is, but it's got to be better than nothing.
Right. He just knows Sirianni's system, and he's probably a third wide receiver and special team guy. Somebody to replace Rieger back there catching punts.
Yeah. Well, that's an upgrade right there. So.
Yep. There you go. Real quick, let's flip over to basketball. I read just before we went live with the show that Thibault is our
vaccinated guy,
vaccinated 76er. So he will not be playing in Toronto tomorrow night. That name was floated out there by John Clark. I didn't just make that up. So that's interesting, because if they play the Brooklyn in the first round, then he doesn't go to Brooklyn.
Right.
I think they waived.
I think
that's over.
Is that right?
I think that's over.
I think that changed this past week because Kyrie's allowed to play now.
Yeah.
Even here in the States, or
no? New York had some different rules, I think.
Right.
I think just New York. Right. Toronto, no, but
no.
Toronto, no. But when they go to Brooklyn, I don't think that same rule.
So that all changed.
Still in effect. Yeah.
That all changed.
So that means Brooklyn gets Kyrie back, but that also means that Thibault would be able to play for us. But let's be honest. Of the starting 5, that's the one I can live with the most needing to be replaced if we had to.
Well, the thing is, he scores 5-6 points a game. He's starting to do a little bit better. All the other guys are in double digits, obviously, but he's great to come in if you can get him off the bench because he has that good defense. I would be okay if you started someone else over him, but it would stink if you're playing Toronto or playing one of these teams and you could use his defense and you can't come in because he didn't get a shot.
Correct.
Also, just get your shot. My second head hasn't grew in yet. Just get your shot and be done. What is the problem? But
you got a bump for him, but nothing.
I'm ready to get my 4th one.
Talking about getting your shots. How about Maxey yesterday with eight 3-pointers?
How about that? And you want to bring him off the bench like in the 4th quarter?
That's not what I wanted to do. But he was 8 for 11. 6 or 7.
I wish I had to post them.
So, my big question for all of you is this the year that Embiid gets the MVP?
Yeah,
Wow.
I think so. I mean,
Really? That quick?
you saw the last night in the post-game interview, you had other players coming up and said, just give him the damn MVP already. I mean, there's no one that's scoring 45 points. The guy's sweating like a maniac. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. I mean, if he doesn't win it this year, they just don't want someone to win it from the Sixers.
When is the last time a Sixers player has been the MVP?
Ooh.
Iverson.
Oh, God.
Was it AI?
Yeah, 801.
Was it?
01. There you go.
Well, and if he carried that team, I mean, without Joel, I mean, this is not a team. I mean, he's got to win it this year.
Well, they do, but you know what? They did a last week. I think they did like a little pre voting type of thing, and he ended up being like fourth. It was crazy, like that he still ended up being fourth. And
who they have against them? Giannis and Doncic.
Yeah, and then also Booker from Phoenix, and they said Phoenix is 20-2 when Booker's not in the game. So it's like, how much of an MVP is he if the team's that good without him?
I guarantee you, if Embiid doesn't get it, Booker gets it, because I truly feel like the biggest thing that hurts Embiid from getting it is playing for the Sixers.
Yeah.
You think they'd be that discriminatory?
I don't know if the Sixers organization is a joke to the league or what it is, but they never seem to get the credit that they're due for anything.
Wow.
Especially since the process that the leagues,
they don't. Yeah, the league doesn't like the idea of tanking for the sake of getting draft picks and players and stuff like that. So I understand that part of it, but I mean, I've been waiting on the process for like 15 years now. So can't they also put that?
It's a long process.
Well, the problem is they were vocal about this process.
Exactly.
You could have just shut up. You could have just shut up and did it, but because they were vocal and they were so outspoken,
there was a hashtag.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, if he doesn't win this year, then I mean, listen, Giannis and him for years are going to go back and forth. Giannis is going to get many more, so this is definitely the year that he probably deserves it.
Yeah, and when they played Jokic, Embiid took him to school. It wasn't even a game, type of thing. So,
and he's he's a good player too. But I mean, you take Embiid out of this lineup and you put in one of these backups that they've had over the years, and you're not going to be nearly at the same place that you are.
Well, that's the best point about it. You take him off the floor, they're not anywhere close to where they're at right now. So that's the MVP to me. But like you said,
former Sixer coach Gene Shue. I'm sure you guys all remember Gene Shue. He passed away. I believe he was 90 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, God bless him.
Yeah, he goes. You talk about a process. He goes way back.
Yeah.
Good coach, though. The old Billy Cunningham days.
Yeah.
The kangaroo. So, the Sixers. The Sixers have been in the news, not necessarily for all the good positive stuff this year. Not sure how the league is looking at this whole Ben Simmons thing because, excuse me, the Brooklyn Nets have now. Told Ben to go home, and we'll see you. We'll see you in the springtime.
Right.
Really?
That is insane.
Well,
insane.
Real quick. So here's the thing: if you're suing or whatever you're doing the Sixers, and then you can to have any such. I'm not a lawyer, but to have any type of clout, wouldn't you need to be playing for Brooklyn? I mean,
supposedly now he's got a herniated disc. That's why he's not playing.
He's got some every week. How does he get a herniated disc? He hasn't done anything.
Exactly.
I mean, he's just.
I was herniated from sitting on the bench,
hauling around them big gold chains.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna. I don't understand. They're gonna get tired of him too. He's gonna be like a Carson Wentz. They're gonna get tired of him too.
Oh yeah.
And, there's no doubt about that.
And he's Brooklyn. By the way, Brooklyn or the Knicks were probably the two worst places he could go. You think the media is going to deal with that in New York? He should have went to Milwaukee or somewhere out of the picture. And they're going to be worse on him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's recap. We ripped Carson Wentz. We ripped the NBA. We ripped Ben Simmons. We ripped Vegas Vic. Also Vegas Stott. on a more positive note, what do we got?
Well, we got like I said, we had a 3-point record yesterday for the Sixers. 23 3-pointers in the game. You know, plus we got the hottest team in baseball right now too.
Well, yeah, let's hang on to that topic for a few minutes.
Well, that was the only other thing that we could stay positive, because otherwise we'd have to go with the Flyers.
Well, I just, I want to get.
I was trying to get a little positive.
We've only got a couple games left in the Sixers season, and then the playoffs are going to start next week.
Yes.
So we don't know who we're playing yet. We kind of could have maybe,
Who would you
depends
like?
on where everything falls.
Who would you guys want them to play? Do you want them to play someone that's difficult so they can prove themselves, or do you want them to coast till you get to the end and then worry about if they can beat a team later on? I'd rather them play someone hard first.
Miami, Brooklyn, Milwaukee. I mean, they're all going to be difficult.
Yes,
I don't think there's
Cleveland's got a good matchup for them.
They're loaded with young players that just run up and down the floor. And can the Sixers keep up with them?
Oh yeah, with Cleveland.
You think?
Oh yeah,
All
they're 4-0 this year against them.
Well,
I know playoffs are a whole different ball game.
They are.
the
They are.
Sixers got a lot of young guys too, but I'm just a little concerned, like we talked about before, about those young guys coming off the bench and hitting those shots. Can if they put Korkmaz in, or they put a Shake Millen in, are they going to hit the shot when they need them to? And I don't know. That's the only thing.
Nick's picking the Bulls. It's another good matchup.
Right, and the Bulls is another one. That get it.
It's going to be interesting. There's a lot of good basketball. The playoffs are, it's a whole different ball game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole different ball game. So is Vegas in the green room because he's getting nervous?
He's waiting. I told him to join in, but he's a little scared. No.
Is that all right? All right. Well,
Something tells me he's not afraid.
No. The technology's messing him up.
Uh,
He's got to hit the join the chat room. Enter the chat room. You got to hit.
All right. How about the Lakers missing the playoffs? How about Bron? Poor Bron.
oh, what a shame.
Well, talking about the Lakers, how about the rumors about Doc Rivers going to being the top coach for out there?
Oh boy.
What do you think about that, Lauren?
He's the what? The top coach?
He's the top. He's the leader that they want to for him to be out there.
And for the Lakers?
Yeah.
Well, he's a West Coast guy. He still has his house out there, and
Well, wouldn't they want him to win a championship with the Sixers before they just run to that conclusion?
Well, you would hope so, but
Because if not, I mean, I don't know. Understand?
mm-hmm.
so wait, we're all ready to fire Doc and
Oh, I'm not. No, I'm not. That's
we won't
him.
be firing him if he chooses to leave, but
I would just think if you're them and you want to make that big splash and sign the guy like that, you'd hope that he wins this year.
Right. Well, like I said, I don't know that he's thinking of leaving, but it's just a matter of that was the rumors from their side of it that they want him type of thing.
we can never have nice things.
Yeah. Exactly.
Is that what I heard? We can never have nice things.
Yeah. Don't the Lakers have enough in life?
Yeah. Well, he's from out that way, so
Well, what does that mean?
Well,
I think he likes it here, though. I feel like he likes it.
yeah. I mean, he definitely has a better squad here than he does in L.A. But taxes are cheaper too around here.
And Nick brings up a lot of good points. Yeah, you play with LeBron, but there's going to be a lot of drama out there.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron runs that team, and I wouldn't want to deal with that.
All right. So
Well, Embiid runs this team, so
yeah,
Not like that.
Not like that.
you never know. You never know.
So before we go further, I got to say hi to Max and Roman. They're watching it on their TV at home.
Nice.
My two little nephews.
okay.
My sister just sent me a picture of them waving to the television.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
They are cute.
All right.
All right, so he finally made it into the chat room. So he's in the green room there. That's Scott. So
He looks like he's pissed off at the world.
that's just the way he is. But All right, get ready for the chaos. There we go. How we doing, Scott?
What's going on, everyone? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Welcome to
good.
the show. Do you know everyone? Do you need introductions?
No, I'm good, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Welcome back home.
Well, what's going on? 82 win John over there, huh?
It was
You're gonna
85.
you're gonna jump right in, huh?
Oh yeah, jump right in, both feet.
Yeah, it was 85, by the way.
Oh, 85. Okay, 85.
85. And Vegas has it, what, 86 and a half? So it's not that far off.
I think they might go above that.
Oh, did you hear Nick Cassianos bought Ben Simmons' house, by the way?
Did he?
Had no hoops to go through to get to it, but he bought it.
There you go.
So I'm being serious. Check it out. It's on the internet. He bought his home.
There you go.
Just heard about an hour ago. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, 86 and a half. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, you look at the division you're in. You know,
Well, John, last year 82, and we added 2 huge bats.
We did.
I mean, Schwarber's going to bring it 2-3 more wins. Nick's going to bring it 2-3 more wins. I'm looking at 89, 90 wins.
All right. I hope you're right. I do. I really do. You know, but like I said, you still got to play all the games. You still got a bullpen you got to worry about. And our starting rotation, we got to, you know, it's good. But we, you know, if we have any injuries, then that's where we get a little trouble. We don't have the depth. That's all.
Well, Dombrowski will find pitching when they need it. They'll get. He's not going to go over the cap. He's not going to spend money for all these bad. Not go out of his way to get pitching when it's time to get it done. It's going to happen.
I hope so.
It will.
That's why you're bald. That's why you're bald and I'm short haired. You know,
let's do some formal introductions for the people who missed the show last week. So, Vegas Scott is a casual friend of John's who joined the show last week. Was it for the first time?
No, I've been on it here and there while I've gone in and out.
You've been quiet.
Yeah.
Last week you jumped out of your shell.
Well, he figured out how to text it on it. That's
so
all right.
You saw how long it took him to get onto the show right now. That, you know.
No, I'm on my phone. I didn't have the app. I deleted that from earlier, John, when he said it to me.
He deleted the link for it to get on to the show earlier, so I had to resend it to him again.
I think it's just normal that people just delete texts from you, John.
Don't make me bring out my Merrill Reese on you. Don't make me do it.
You already got
goal for the Birds. The Eagles score an Eagles touchdown. I messed it all up. Never mind.
There you go.
I'm a little nervous.
Where's the button, Lauren? You ready?
94.
So anyway, you left the Philly area and moved out to Vegas. Is that correct?
Yeah, COVID took my job after 22 and a half years. It was time to roll. Then my wife got in her car, took the pets, and rolled out here. We drove. It was great. Oh, it wasn't great. It was a lot. I could be here for hours telling you a long story how we got out here, but we're here. And we went to the ball game last night. We saw the Las Vegas team, a minor league team for Oakland A's play yesterday. Aviators. So it's a pretty good game.
So is there any truth to the rumor that the Oakland A's are going to move to Vegas?
That's the big rumor. They're saying either in Summerlin, possibly, probably on the Strip, most likely. That's what they're talking about.
All right.
And hopefully the Philadelphia Eagles come out and play the Raiders. They'll play them again. They're going to come out here and play. The Oakland A's will be out here. The Phillies will be out there. It's going to be great, man.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, they're good. The A's are definitely going to go out there because the Oakland can't get anything done. They lost their football team. They're going to lose their baseball team. Much more money in Las Vegas than Oakland, so I think they're going to go.
Yeah, well, they're getting a basketball team. They're already talking about building a basketball team. For Seattle, you might have heard, and now Vegas too. They're going to probably an expansion team. I'm taking out here, so that'd be interesting. Building a new stadium too, by the way. I don't understand where the hockey teams on the strip, why can't they share? They want to build a basketball team only stadium. Like, why spend all that money? I don't. Ain't my
It's the
money.
desert. The desert. They need. They have the space. Why not do it?
Now, they do have a lot of space out here. It's crazy. You should see how much land they have out here. It's nuts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
God.
So, are you a frequent contributor to the local casinos?
No, I used to gamble when I was younger. I'm 53. I learned through my dad watching people, family. I learned not to gamble like I used to. I gamble here and there, once in a while, a couple times a year, probably more. I mean, I put money on the Phillies, the over/under. Bet 170 on the over/under. I put $10 to win 180 on the World Series, and I bet on the division, like $30 in the division, and won 102. I think it was. Not a lot of money. It's fun,
What's the odds of them winning?
The 1,800 to 1 was the World Series.
Really?
10 to win 180.
Wow.
Why not?
Yeah.
They're going to hit the baseball. I mean, if they get any pitching, they're going to kill the baseball this season. They're going to kill it.
Oh yeah. They will. No, I'm not
I
disagreeing.
think they're going to do well.
I don't know.
You know.
Yeah, there was.
Right center field. I miss Harry Calliston, man. The best.
Was it ESPN said they're not going to make the playoffs this year?
Yeah, that's insane. They're not even in the top 10 in
15.
the 10 in the power rating. I think they're like, what are they?
15.
Wow.
15. No respect.
No respect at all.
Well, but see, part of the problem is because it's part of Philadelphia, but it's also teams that mash the ball and can't play defense. It hurts them. They don't do well, over history. So, that's part of the problem.
I think they're going to surprise you if you're playing defense, John. I think they're going to.
I hope so.
Shot is going to surprise everybody. And Moniak, believe it or not. How about Mickey?
Oh well, Moniak's a true center fielder, so that's
Mantle.
right there. So,
Mickey Mantle, Moniak.
Mhm.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep. Exactly. No, that's going to be a good plus right there with Moniak. Even not that he has to hit 6 home runs like he did in the spring, this way. But
He can relax.
just playing his defense. Well, yeah, exactly. He's going to play his defense, and he'll be fine that way.
He's got a good glove out there. He can hit ninth and relax, no pressure.
Right.
Start eighth, no pressure. Let the other big boys hit the baseball. I think Nick could win the MVP. I think Bryce could do it again, but with Nick behind him, them two might be fighting out for the MVP this season.
Yeah. No, that's true.
So here's a question. Other than pitching, what do you think their weaknesses are?
Well, I'm going to see the bullpen. We don't know, Familiar. Every year, bullpens go, you never know. It's year to year with bullpens, it seems to me.
But
One year, the
other
guy's
than
good.
pitching,
The next year, the guy's bad. One year, he's good. It seems like they're not consistent.
but is that their only weakness?
Well,
The
if the defense does well, but I'm not, you got to see that their defense hasn't been the best, but maybe it'll be better this year.
I think with the Mets, with all the DeGrom going down and Scherzer having, I think their bats aren't that great. The Braves, they're going to be there. Braves will be there in 80-ish wins, but they just won the World Series. They lost Freddie too, their heart and soul.
Yeah.
We might have a little letdown this year. I think this is our year. I'm telling you. I'm not saying World Series. I'm not getting crazy or nothing like that. No, I think the Phillies
they
have
win
the
the division?
division.
No,
Well, they
we,
win the
had you
division?
on,
No.
we had you on the
Playoff.
show to get crazy. You're not living up to the hype.
I'm a little nervous. Come on, I got all these people stay. I got my friends and family. I don't know. I was a little nervous first time. It's been a while since I've done this show one time in my life. I'm a little nervous.
Don't
Plus,
worry.
you're
Don't
far
worry.
away. My phone, it seems like everybody's far away. I can't see.
Don't worry about it. There's only like
John
1200.
seems like he's in Spain somewhere. I don't know where he's at.
John's always in space.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
He's
nice.
out of here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, one of our regulars, Jerry Nailing, he's an old Vegas guy as well. He's telling us 4 sites
I
identified
can't hear you.
for the A's.
You can't hear us?
That's the phone. I can't hear now. The phone's getting muffed up.
Uh-oh, it's going dead.
Scratch.
And
It's like
you're going to be out of here.
an echo.
This is why you got to pay your bill, Scott.
I don't have the Wi-Fi. I'm up on the mountains. It ain't the best. Can you hear me, Will?
Make sure you plug the phone in.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
It's muffled. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Yeah,
So other than you're excited
There it goes.
about
Now it's back.
the Phillies, can we get a prediction on the Sixers? Because I know you got your Sixers gear on, and
Well, I think the Sixers second round as usual. It's the same thing every year. Is Harding going to show up? Embiid will be there? You know that. They need to get Harris into the game. Laura knows her stuff. I like listening to her. She knows her Sixers stuff. I listened to her last week. They got to get Harris. It's going to be huge. Huh?
John, what was that? I don't want to miss it. I didn't want to miss your comment.
You didn't have to kiss up to Lauren. It's okay.
Stop. I think the Sixers are the Sixers. I mean, I still think they're missing a piece. I mean, I wish they didn't give up Kerry, to be honest with you. But
good point. Good point.
Or even Drummond
at that point. Give up Kerry. I wish they didn't give up Drummond, but
I agree.
But just look how much Tobias Harris and Maxey are now settling into their spots, and they're it's going to be a different game.
Maxey, yes, but Maxey was doing well before the trade happened. Tobias is still way too hit or miss for me. I don't think he's become as consistent as I'd like for him to be.
He had such a great game the other night, but
and then he follows it up with like a dud.
Yeah.
And then the next game he's okay, and then it's a dud, and then he has a great game, and then we're all excited, and then nothing.
Well, Harding's done that too, hasn't he? Harding's been up and down, 15-point game, and then they're throwing a coach under. I think the coach is going after this year too. I think Doc is history. He's going to be out of here.
Wow. I guess he's going back to LA.
Yeah, he's going to go. I don't know who they'll bring in, but I think Doc's going to go.
Yeah.
So that's the prediction you're going to leave with us, that if Doc doesn't win, he's going to be out of here.
Yeah, Doc has to at least get to. I think the Sixers got to get to the finals, or he gets fired.
Really?
Wow. That's a good point. They should make the finals. I mean, they've had early exits the last couple of years. They got to go. They got to go to the finals this year.
Yeah, enough is enough. They went through with the other coach. I mean, the process has been going on since forever. I mean, enough is enough.
I don't agree with Doc getting fired after this year, though. He's taken that team from dirt to absolute gold in a matter of a couple of seasons. So I don't agree with him being worthy of getting fired whatsoever. John probably disagrees because he wants everybody fired. But
nope, I agree, Lauren. I agree.
Well, that's a damn miracle there. No, I don't think he's worthy of getting fired whatsoever. I think he's been dealing with the Ben Simmons saga for the longest time. He's been basically trying to coach a guy who's uncoachable, doesn't want to play, and that can't be held against him. I mean, he's never had the squad he's got this year. And to add James Harden halfway through the season and say if they don't make it to the finals, he's fired, I think is a complete unrealistic comment.
Well, there's a lot of everyone talking about it. I hear rumors about it.
Well, the other problem is, who do you bring in? Who is this magic?
Right. I mean, who's the next guy that's going to take you to the promised land? Brett Brown? Who's next?
No clue.
Who's the assistant that they're talking about on the team?
What's his name? He's a good Sam Cassell. He's good.
Sam Cassell.
Yeah, he was a great player, but he's never had the head coach role, so you have no idea how it's going to be. I mean, like when Tyronn Lue won it, and all these guys, are they really great coaches, or is it because the players they have around them? I don't know.
No,
I'd like to give Doc at least another year. I mean,
I'm not going to say fire. Give him another, but make sure you go out and, I don't know. They got to get more. They need more pieces. That's all they do. They do.
But do they in fact need more pieces, or do they just need a little bit more time to gel? Because most teams have an off season and then a camp to get ready and come back and play together. I mean, they threw James Harden into this mix halfway through the season, and he hasn't been here for that long.
Right.
So, I mean, can't part of it just give him some time?
I mean, it'd be a downer. And 53, 1983 has been a long time. The Flyers, too. Enough is enough. We've been waiting forever.
Right.
The Eagles finally gave it to us. The Eagles we waited forever.
Wanting it doesn't make the team any better. I mean, if we wanted it, we'd get a championship every year. But it's just a matter of of just waiting this out, just letting the guys mold and mesh together and figure out the pros and cons of who does what on the court and who can handle it. I'm just afraid that we're rushing this so quick that James Harden should come in here and just immediately be the piece that we need when he's never played with these guys before. And playing in Brooklyn was no walk in the park.
And I think the key to some of this is, a lot of times you watch the Sixers and, Niang will come in to take over for Thibault and blah, 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 blah. But most of the time it's the same guys in the whole time. Teams that you see win, even with the Bulls back in the day, you had a John Paxson off the bench or a Steve Kerr. I don't know that some of these guys on the bench, I don't know that they can't be those guys, but they are not getting enough playing time to even have a chance to. Like,
are you just mad about Korkmaz?
Not only Korkmaz, I mean, like there's a lot of guys on that bench that some days he win a lot and sometimes he doesn't. And if you want to win a championship, it can't just be those same 5 guys. You got to make sure the guys on the bench have some type of playing time each game, even a couple minutes, so that when it's time for them to get in, they shoot. I mean, they put Korkmaz in the one day he had 15 points, and then I haven't seen him since. I mean, it's just you can't.
I'll give him another year to gel with Harden. I mean, I get that. And then he's been not even a half the seat, whatever it's been. So, well, yeah.
I hear all you making these different comments, and I think this is part of the problem with Doc, that he's not been able to be consistent with his rolls off the bench and minutes and, getting guys who's playing what. They've lost an awful lot of games in the fourth quarter. So I think that's where the negativity with Doc comes in, with where they're at right now.
I think don't they need a killer at the end, a guy to get end the game? LeBron James, somebody like, not saying bring him in, but it's Harden that guy. He's never won in the playoffs. What's he ever done? I like the guy. Harden's my favorite player in the NBA next to Embiid. But he's never won anything. He's choked in the playoffs every time we're going to see this year, next year, and
you sound like Charles Barkley, Scott.
It's true. There you go, Charles.
Well,
I don't know. You don't sound like whatever. I know you're not just saying. It seems like Harden. This seems Harden's been on team to team to team, and he played with Westbrook and who was it? I can't. I might think KD. Who was it?
Yeah, it was Durant.
In Oklahoma.
It was Durant. It was Kevin Durant.
Yeah. I mean, he couldn't win with that team when they were younger. Well, he was a lot younger, Harden then, but still.
The reason I bring up the
age
other
shouldn't matter. You should. You got talent. You got talent. You should win with no matter what. I don't know.
The reason that I bring up the other players is because either of those guys are going to be double teamed in the playoffs, and you have to be able to kick it out, and Harris has to make the shot.
That's true.
Those guys they're going to keep being double teamed. The other guys got to make the shots, and that's how they'll beat people.
Right. Well, Harris has been shooting like at a 40% clip lately. So I mean, he's found his little niche there, and he's taking the shots now too. So it's I think once the playoffs come around, it's a totally different half court game. So the game's different. It slows up a little bit. So I think it's going to be a lot better for them.
Well, that plays right into Harden's hand, right?
Harden and Embiid, both of them. So right. I mean, I think you're gonna, it'll be good that way, and then Maxey will be there as a different gear for the team, and
no bad to stand on their basket and just pass it away. I don't have to see that anymore.
Yeah, well, that I mean, plus let's face it, the team wasn't winning without making the trade, and making the trade, you got rid of Drummond and Curry, which hurt the team a little bit to be able to make the trade. So
you're right.
You're going to need another offseason, like Lauren was saying, to get the team a more complete team right now. They're going to do well this year, but are they a championship team? I don't know, but they will be a lot better than they were the past couple of years because of what with Harden and that they have. So
I like our chances with Embiid and putting the team on his back.
Right.
The energy at the Wells Fargo Center is like none other. I just can't imagine. So, we get a couple of pieces. You get Harris going and keep him, feeding the ball all around. Harden's going to do his thing. As long as he's healthy, he'll do his thing. I'm not worried about that. I don't think he's played on a team that's been this rich in the NBA. I think this is probably the best team that he's been on. And I think they can. I think they can go deep. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
Barring any super setback or injury or I mean, let's face it.
Okay.
We've talked about everybody. We haven't talked about George Niang.
Yeah.
Here's my 2 cents on George. He's after he was a visitor at Carl's Cards, he starts up his own podcast. Where did that come from?
He was time. Yeah, it started when he was supposed to be coming on this show, and he decided to go big time and go on his own. I guess
he big timed us.
He did.
He big timed us. Niang time.
Yeah, he did. We gave him a little bit of pointers and how to get this going, and he just ran off with it.
Totally used us, John.
Yeah, we'll get him. He'll come on.
We'll go down there and boo him. We'll be his boo section.
We'll flatten the tires on the minivan.
Too funny.
Oh, God.
Too funny. So, Vegas, this being your first experience with this fan's view, on a scale of 1 to 10, how's it been?
10.5.
10.5.
Nice.
I like it.
It's been
There you
great.
go.
It's been great. Thanks for having me. It's been fun. I'd do it again if there's a chance.
Absolutely.
I gotta laugh at John when we get to the playoffs and win 92 games this year and have a champagne party.
I'll be right there with you saying, hey, we did it.
I know you will. And beat your butt in fantasy too, pal. Oh, baby.
That didn't work too well for you last year, but that's okay.
I'm in the championship of the NBA team. You finished last. Or second. Finished second to
that's-
last. I'm sorry. Second to last. My bad.
Yeah.
It's all
Oh,
good,
God.
bud.
This is what I'm here for.
It's all good.
But by the way, tell Brian Brown, let's not end the last 3 minutes with the Flyers. We were on a good.
Yeah, really.
We're in a good spot.
And
Flyers.
on a high note.
Yeah.
By the way, if you ever want me to, maybe I'll go on the strip and do the show one day. I'll walk around the strip and talk to you guys.
Nice.
That'd be fun, huh?
Absolutely.
It's beautiful out here.
Do
Absolutely.
you have
mate.
do you have an iPhone?
No, he
No,
doesn't.
I have a Samsung Fold.
Oh, nice. The fold.
Sweet.
So I'm curious how that folds in the middle without breaking the screen.
It's amazing. The thing is amazing. It is.
Is it like 2 separate pieces?
It just shuts easy. Doesn't.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really.
No, it's one piece
First iPhone had that.
from what I saw.
I'd show it to you, but I'm on it now. It's kind of hard.
And I'm guessing you're not seeing the messages, but your wife's talking trash about us. She's going to beat us both.
I was wondering who that was. I kind of figured that it was somebody like that.
Is that who
That's a cool
Shugi
phone. No, it
is?
is.
Is that who Shugi is?
Well, that's their last name. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
she's been firing shots all night.
Oh yeah. Yep. She's been talking trash behind your back there.
It's hysterical. Oh, by the way, Lauren, this is 2 weeks in a row that John has agreed with you.
I know. I don't like it.
No. Lauren and I agree more than it comes across. She just sometimes has to play the other role just to make it so that the
Or John
conversation
might want something. Something must be coming up. He might
Right.
need it.
It is about to be Reading fighting Phil season, so
Probably.
Quick question before you go. Real Muto batting second. You guys like that?
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with
Really?
that.
I love it.
Over
Yep.
Gene?
doesn't
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
okay with that.
All right, just curious.
I love it. Yep.
But
They're
Anthony,
stacked. They're stacked 1 through 7.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You could throw the trading card up against the wall 1 through 7, any one of them.
Yep.
It's going to be fun.
Jeff, we already heard the
Great
Mel
year.
Reese, and he got banished.
What happened?
Jeff is the commissioner in one of our other baseball leagues, and he he wants to hear the Merrill Reese impression again. But I said he
All
already.
right, well, we'll close with that. But real quick, the Flyers are honoring our good friend Lou Nolan Saturday night. 50 years behind the mic, 55 with the organization. It's about friggin' time
Exactly.
that they
God bless
honor
him.
the man.
Yep.
You
And
know,
they better get him in the Hall of Fame too, for Flyers Hall of Fame.
I wish they put a banner up in the ceiling for the man. He's been the heart
Like
and soul
David
of the
Baker.
organization.
Yep.
Just a phenomenal, good guy. West Catholic grad. Just a Southwest Philly kid. We love him to death, and we're looking forward to Saturday night. So,
Yes.
Like Dan Baker, a legend.
Yep.
He's changed it for the Phillies. Now batting for the Phillies.
I didn't know about these impressions.
Oh yeah.
Aaron drive to right center field. His ball's out of here. Home run, John O'Brien.
Oh God.
Your wife said she's going to give you her iPhone next time so you can do the show.
First
There
and
you
10
go.
for the Birds. With the score, the Eagles 10, the Redskins nothing. 94 YSB. This fan's view. I'm out.
You're like a much cheaper. What's that guy's name? Joe Conklin.
Joe
I could
Conklin.
do better, but I'm a little nervous. But,
John, you didn't tell us about these impressions.
Yeah, really, John. Come on.
Because he said it's a compliment.
You guys remember Bill Campbell?
Yeah.
Yep.
This is unbelievable. You kidding me? You gotta be kidding me.
That
Joe
sounds like
Conklin. Joe Conklin who?
that sounds like a terrible Charles Barkley one. That's terrible.
Terrible.
God.
You know about Charles Barkley. I don't do Charles Barkley right now. That's not me. That's not me. I never do Charles, but maybe do that. Try it at least.
Yeah.
I'll practice
All
that.
right.
That was terrible.
So we got to
Outta
bring
here.
Vegas. We got to bring Vegas back.
Yep.
So
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
that's an impression that we'll leave you with. That we've got somebody who wants to bring you back. So
There you go.
we will definitely. What is this? The Popeye what? The Popeye laugh, please. Leave us on that one.
Popeye laugh. Oh, is that Jeff saying that?
Yeah.
He's silly.
All right. This
Anyway.
show has imploded.
Yep.
Yes.
Sure has.
Have a good night, guys. It's unbelievable.
All right, everybody.
All right.
On that
God
note,
bless.
hey, real quick, we're at Dagwoods next week with our number one, just phenomenal guest, Bernie Perrant will join us at Dagwoods. I highly recommend you get there early to get a seat. What else do we have? What am I missing?
Well, later in the month, we're going to be at Hanner Hands on the 27th with Willie Thomas.
Willie Thomas to talk the draft.
Yeah.
We got a busy month. We got a really busy month. Lane Johnson visits the store. We got some more stuff to announce. So, great show. Vegas, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
We will definitely be in touch with your agent and try to work a deal to have you back.
All right.
Well,
We'll see.
it all depends on how he does with the fantasy league. He may not want to come back when he's getting his butt kicked.
Oh,
Jesus.
He's dreaming. Dreaming. That'll be a good battle. It's going to be a good season. As long as Jeff's in last place, I don't care.
Exactly.
wow.
All right, guys. I will
All right.
have a great rest of the week and be safe. Thanks, Vegas.
You got it.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank you.